The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, yo, yo! Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas, man. Y'all know what time this is. Time for the Allen and DJ Show, man. And I'm Allen.
And this is your boy, DJ.
DJ, what's going on, my dirty?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Since this wonderful man right here saved me, I appreciate you, brother. Man, me and Bambi the deer, we're trying to have we're trying to have fun. Then a couple other deers try to tempt me into doing something that, I don't want to do. And I told her, no, I'm good because I got Bambi the deer. And then all of a sudden, there was like 21 other deers running out. And I'm screaming, somebody help me, please. And then I see this truck stop at the catch. I ran to the gas station that they kicked me out of.
Yep.
And my dirty right here helped me out, man. And I said, you know what? Let's bring him on the show today.
All right.
What's your name, my friend?
And I'm Jimmy. I'm pretty much the DJ on Waterfall Worship.
Nice.
On 103.5 FM.
Okay,
Doing my thing.
For sure. So today, man, since I feel like I was almost tempted to do something I should have been doing, let's talk about how to avoid temptations.
Oh, this is a good subject, man.
Yes.
And I know you could attest to this because being the life of a truck driver,
yes.
I know you see a lot of temptation on the road. Let's talk about bullet point number 1, pray.
Pray.
But before we get into that, DJ, I'm going to kick it off with you. Why is it so important when you're going into temptation, praying?
The reason why it's so important is because like God said, the mind is willing, but the flesh is weak.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because knowing that in your head, you want to resist that, or you want to get to the point to where you don't want to go that direction, but the flesh is always going to push you in that opposite direction. Right. And if you don't pray, the flesh will always win.
That's right.
That's true, man.
That's right.
That's true. And, I'm quite sure that, we all went through tempting situations where, you like that's like going by a young lady's house and, she could be married and you like, man, what am I doing here?
That's right.
This is wrong. So, that's the spirit telling you, this is wrong, man.
Yeah.
Do it.
Don't do it. Please, whatever you do not fall in.
Yep.
But then, like you said, the flesh is weak.
Yes, yes.
And if you're not praying, you know what I'm saying, then, here it go.
Yes. And for me, it's pretty much like what Jesus said, resist the devil and he shall flee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you have that type of mindset, knowing that there's a consequences for being tempted by the devil, you know that you're going to find yourself in a situation where it's not pleasing to God.
Right.
And the one thing I can say is if I'm walking past homegirl house,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I've been married for 18 years.
Oh man,
So
clap to that, man.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, man.
Man.
Yeah, man, that's a blessing.
But what keeps me out from going in that woman's house is, number one, God, and number two, the consequences of my wife killing me and her.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? I know. Right. My wife is she got them spidey senses.
Right.
What are you doing? He doing something he ain't got no business doing. And she somehow, we so connected that she can almost find me anywhere where I'm at.
Yo, man, that's wild, man.
Wow.
Hey, but like they say, it's like she like your water reflection, so it's like they always gonna know, or or they can sense when you either hiding something or they're like, what's going on with you? And you like, what you talking about? Like, man, I'm good. No.
Yeah.
I know
you're not.
you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you pretty much ain't yourself. So like I feel you on that. Like, you know, if you feeling uncomfortable by anything out there, like ladies and gentlemen, like anything out there, please pray. You know what I'm saying? Pray really before you go into any situation, but most definitely pray about attempting situation, because you know you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
That's right.
But you know what's really lead me into bullet point number 2, because we could talk about this one for a little second.
Yeah.
Avoiding tempting situations.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's dive deep on this one for a minute. Like,
Okay.
why is it important, DJ, to avoid tempting situations?
Basically, because like when it comes down to like avoiding certain situations, you want to get to the point to where like if you can't like get it out of your life, the best way is just to avoid it, period. Meaning like you need to avoid places, you need to avoid things, you need to avoid the people that influence you to go in that direction.
That's
I like
right.
that. Jimmy, what about
So
you, bro?
I would say that, you know, it's going to be hard to avoid certain situations, just like a truck driver.
Right.
You know, we out there in our trucks lonely. When we get out of our trucks,
Right.
guess what? You got some, I don't want to be bogus, but lot lizard walking around like, hey now, you know,
Right.
don't you want to have a party? You know, and with that, you just got to, you know what I'm saying, you just got to have self-control.
I agree.
A lot of men who's running around here doing the most don't have self-control. And just like DJ said, you have to pray over your day. You have to pray over your body, your mind, your soul, your heart, because that's where the
definitely.
devil always, he's seeking to seek to devour
Yeah.
and find our most desires. And some of as a man, our desires is sex.
Yeah.
It's sex. We, you know, if we had to say money or sex, you know, we're gonna pick sex. You know, so I think having self-control and be spiritually connected with God helps you along the way and avoiding, you know, these falling into these traps, because that's all they are. They're traps.
Yeah. You know, like how I tell people, like, you know, you might want to stay away from situations in general that could tempt you or that could lead you to astray, because you got to think about it. Like, we're living in the United States of America. It's too much around us. There's just so much temptation.
Yeah.
Really all around the world, shall I say, but especially in the U.S. So just got to be careful, man. You know, like, we got to be careful of the decisions that we make. Yes. And I tell people, like, if you got to take a second or 3, really sit there and think about the pros and the cons of this situation. Like, man, this is a tempting situation, or man, this is like so tempting. I really want to do this. Or, you know, let's say if you about to rob the bank, think about that for a minute. Right. Is it worth it? Mm-hmm. Is it worth really robbing that bank and spending the rest of your life in jail?
And I think like another way like people try to avoid certain situations is like they distract themselves with like actual like activities like or positive activities that are like get you to the point to where you're so tired to where like if you wanted to overindulge in something else, you can't.
That's right.
That's so true.
That's right. I like that because, you know, I keep myself busy. Yeah. You know, truck driving, radio, TV shows, wife, kids, their activities, being a part of that. When you're so involved with family, you really don't have the time.
Like you don't have the time to think of nothing negative, you know. And just like if you are family, man, and you know you're dealing with somebody, let's say like me, that might not have kids, right? But I'm on some, hey, bro, man, let's hang out tonight, bro. Let's get, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I do this in real life, guys. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you're going to have those type of friends that be like, oh, dog, bro. Like, man, just a few hours. She ain't going to mind. Right. Bro, I can't move like that no more.
That's right.
I once used to be able to move like this about maybe 10, 15 years ago, dude. But, bro, like, you know, man, look, I'm in my mid-40s or 50s, maybe 60. Bro, look, man, I can't do that no more, man. I got a whole family.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like if I'm going to slide like that, I'm going to be sliding with my family.
Right.
So, man, I totally get you.
I like the fact that, you know, we changed up our circle, too. Yeah. Who we keep around us. Because, you know, you might have that that brother or that sister be in your ear, like, come on, let's go to a club.
Right.
Why would I want to put myself in a situation where I know I'm a stocky guy? If I cut up and, what I'm saying, right now, I ain't I'm a little rough.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a little rough. It's okay. A little rough. Just got off the road.
Uh-huh.
But, you know what I'm saying? I get, I go up in there, I'm cut up, they see the nice arms and chest, and, there you go, bam. Now you got these eyes looking at you with like,
No, please, and please don't be smelling good.
Oh no,
man.
Oh my goodness, them fragrances.
That's a bonus.
They looking at you.
Fragrances, boy, I tell you.
Man, they looking at you like you a turkey dinner or something.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
You're
for
ready
real.
to get it in.
Like for real.
And they don't
for real.
even know you.
No.
That's the scary part about it. They don't even know you. And the one thing is to get their hands on you.
Like they say, it's spiritual wickedness in higher places. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we wrestle against the principalities of flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically like it's a spiritual warfare going on out here.
That's right.
So you really, really, really have to be careful. Like it's it's trying to avoid temptations everywhere, whether if it's from work.
Yeah.
Whether if it's at the church.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's like just even going to the store, like your everyday life, like, man, you really got to be careful.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about bullet point number 3.
Before we go there, I just want this one thing that I keep in mind. So for you fellas out here, even women too,
For sure.
you have to. There's this one thing I always tell myself: if I think I'm going to go that route, which I know better not to,
For sure.
but a one night of passion is not worth destroying a lifetime relationship.
Ooh, say that again. Say that for the people in the
Say
back
that
row.
again.
Say that for the people in the back row, man.
A one night of passion is not worth destroying a lifetime relationship.
Nah, man, it's not. It's not. Fellas, listen to this, and even ladies, you got you a good man at home or a good dude at home, and then dudes, if I got y'all good woman at home, it's not worth it, man, because the grass is not always green on the other side.
Amen.
Like the devil can paint a pretty picture and make the apple look pretty till you bite it and it's sour.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it's not worth it. Which brings me into bullet point number 3, keeping temptations out of sight. But why is it important to keep temptations out of sight?
And this is a hard bullet point because it's almost impossible to. But you could try to take the desperate measures to get to that point to where you could take everything out, but still temptation is always going to be there. Temptation is going to always exist, no matter if you pray or try to get or make God try to fix you. Even if you are fixed, temptation is still going to exist no matter what.
For sure.
And but the things that you can do to actually to reduce it is basically exercise or even go for a walk, because it's hard to be tempted when you're out in nature.
That's right.
Man, for sure, for
That's
sure.
right.
Or even you could be tempted a little bit exercising, but in the gym, most of the time, most of the people there are focused on just working out. They ain't focused on you.
That's right. That's right.
Yo, man, I like that. What about you, Jimmy? How do you avoid keeping temptations out of sight? Even and I know that's hard. Driving trucks on the road, you see a lot, man. Stop at a lot of different states.
Yeah.
Man, how do you do that, man? Because I know that's challenging.
So the first thing is not to give it power.
There you go. I like that.
There you go.
Don't give it power. Idle mind is a devil's playground. That's what was taught to me. So if I keep my mind occupied with positive things,
Yep.
I'm not going to stray away and ooh, yeah, I could do something with that.
Right. That's for real though.
That's just keeping it real. Just don't indulge into it. Just you know what I'm saying. Keep your mind on. I would tell anybody, keep your mind on Jesus Christ.
There you
because
go.
That's the best way to do it. But if you're not saved, because there's a lot of people that's not saved, the best thing you could do is just say, you know what, this is not for me. I'm moving on.
Yeah. You know, like I say the same thing. You know, like try to keep try to not focus on it. Like try to keep it out of sight if you can. Like DJ said earlier, like get into some activities. Like work out, create another show. Like while you in the car, like anything to keep your mind busy on what's going on out there. Cause it's like they say, it's easy to get sucked up out there. Like you can make a 5-minute decision that could cost you a lifetime. Like my man Jimmy said, it's not worth it.
It's not.
And now, like with us making money now, temptation is even going to heighten even more because we making money. Like it seemed like temptation was less enhanced when we were broke,
Right.
or when we was growing up. Like you wasn't tempted to do the stuff that you do now because now you got money present in your life.
That's right.
And money changes everything. You know,
Absolutely.
like they say, you know, like money just heightens what you addicted to.
Yep.
That's right.
Whether some people addicted to pornography, whether some people addicted to like sex, whether some people addicted to gambling,
Alcohol.
food addiction. And we talked about these on our shows in the past. You know, like that's all those temptations do when you have money is it heightens what you already like.
Yes.
So the best thing to do is if you know that you're addicted to certain things, keep them out your sight as much as you can. Or like you riding down the road and you see, Lord forbid, a gentleman's club. No, man, I'm cool. Just act like it don't even exist.
You know, I like the one part you say, food. That's one temptation. I like to eat. I like to overeat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, when you out there on the road, you get to see different food.
Yeah.
You know, when I was out in the South, in South Carolina, I got to see Bojangles.
Okay. Ooh, man, I was supposed to go there too.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, Bojangles? What kind of
Right.
chicken joint is this? Well, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I pulled my truck over in the spot. Man, I went up in there, man. They had so much food. I was like, Lord,
Hard, man.
keep me strong.
hard. Hey, man, dirty look. I'm already knowing it's hard, man. You know, but it's just like you said though. It's more of a mental thing because you are what you think. Because
Yes.
thoughts can become things, and things can become your what reality.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, the more that you give power to it, like you said, or the more you give thought to it, the more you be like, why not? It's only one time. It ain't gonna hurt me. I'm just gonna go over there and just see what they're talking about. Then it turns into something all the way different. Or I just had this one burger. It ain't gonna do nothing to me. And that one burger turns into, man, that was kind of good. Maybe I get another. I'm gonna go work out anyway later. And then it turns into 3 and 4. So yeah, I just say, you know, so really try to avoid temptations at all costs if you can. But most importantly, bullet point number 4, use the word of God.
Yes.
People got to stop shying away from that. Like, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing
like,
wrong with that.
you know, like to me, like the word of God really helps. Like, you know, just like it says, no weapon against me shall prosper.
Yep.
Yes.
That's only if you let it.
Yes.
So, Jimmy, DJ, talk to me about that. Like, why is using the word of God important in tempting situations?
Because sometimes, like, after you read the Bible, it makes you feel worse than you already are. Hey.
Yeah, because it be speaking to you too, man. It be speaking to you. Like,
No,
hey,
I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah, but then also, will you like hear a preacher like preach the word, and sometimes when you hear that sermon, sometimes you feel like that sermon is like basically talking about you, and you be like, dang.
So, like, quick story on this. Like, so his dad was a preacher, man, and when we be kicking in late Saturday nights, right? Oh, Jimmy, I swear, you going to church Sunday, you like, yeah, you know, for all y'all out there living double lives now, like, look, you can't be kicking in one day and then come here and try to get clean, and he was like, oh, damn, he thought about me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, man, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
For me, it's when it comes to the word of God, there's conviction, and I think that hits all of us because now you reading a book that's talking about different sins that we are committing almost every day, knowingly and unknowingly.
Yep.
And you know, when you think you have it all figured out, the Bible keeps showing you like, no, you don't. You got a long ways to go. You know what I'm saying? But we also got to remember, and once we start learning the Bible, the Bible talks about how the world try to make God out to be a liar.
Yeah.
So, that's where protection comes from, is from the word, knowing how to put on the whole armor of God.
There you go.
A lot of people don't know how to put on the whole armor. So some people think like, I get to put on the breastplate, don't need a sword, don't need a shield, don't need the helmet of salvation. You're missing pieces,
Right.
and you can't go to war without the whole armor.
Yeah, and I love that you said that, because it's like you're trying to go to war and you only got a few weapons of mass destruction, but you don't have the whole kabang. You don't have the whole army with you. Like, it takes an army.
That's right.
That's why, like, you ever heard people say, hey, like, man, it take money to go to war, or like, man, you need a larger army than this. So I agree. And God is the biggest army that you can have.
That's right.
But you need those key elements, like you said. Like, with those certain key elements, you will go out here and fail, because the devil is strong.
Oh yeah.
He's strong. Like, he can tempt you so good that, like, you won't even know if left is coming right.
Yep.
That's right.
So that's why sometimes, like, with God on your side, you know what I'm saying, and you praying every day, and we all guilty of it. Sometimes we don't pray every day.
That's right.
And, we all could do better, but at least thank him for the small things. That's why I say, like, I'm glad certain temptations, like, I can at least have the sense to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like being at work. You seen this beautiful girl or ladies, y'all at work, and, y'all see this handsome fella. And he a player. He ain't good for you, or
That's right.
or this particular, like, young lady get around, but you just like, I just gotta have a taste.
Yeah.
And what we see all the time, William J. Smith, they fall off on the short end of the stick.
all the time.
And what I always tell the fellas at work, it's not worth it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because a lot of women ain't mature, just like a lot of dudes ain't mature. Like, Lord forbid you you sleep with somebody, they gonna put it out there.
Even if they is mature, but it still won't work though.
It still won't work because feelings get involved, and that's the flesh.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And men are a little bit more hardwired than women, and a woman gonna be a woman. You gotta understand that. She gonna have more emotions than you gonna have. And you might be like, dude, chill out, man. Like, we're talking about it. No, I don't want to talk about it, Jimmy. I want to talk about it now.
Make a big scene.
Right, you're like, hey,
Calm down, dog.
You get this look like, oh, man, I should have did that. Oh,
man, look, like, man, I made a mistake. Yeah. First come to your mind, I made a mistake, and then, like, you trying to tell her anything she need to hear to calm her down, because then you don't want human resources getting in your business. So, like, that's why I just tell people, like, I would try to avoid those type of situations in general, because it's not worth it.
That's right.
It's not worth it. And let's talk about bullet point number 4, creating a budget. And why I say creating a budget is important when it comes to temptation, because like we said before, there's a lot of temptation out there. You got gentlemen's clubs, you got food, you got gambling.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
So when you, let's say, out there on the road, how do you navigate, Jimmy, as far as, like, do you create a budget for yourself when you out there? Because I know it's challenging.
Yeah, for a truck driver, you have to create a budget because you got so many expenses coming out. You know, and that's where, there are, truck stops you go to, and then you look over and there's a gentleman club.
Right
there. You
already
know what I'm saying? And some man, they lonely,
Yeah.
They like, man, I got a couple of bucks, especially owner operators, he just made about $4,000. And, he got that in his account. He's like, man, I get jackball by like 700. Go up in here, get my lap dance or whatever. I ain't gonna act like I ain't never did stuff in my past life. You know what I'm saying?
We all guilty of it.
It's the new changed creature that I became. So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You have to be so careful with your money, because when a situation occurs, when your truck breaks down, you gotta get that fixed.
Yeah.
You got to get that fixed. Oh, mama needs money for these kids. I got 6 kids.
So
guess
you
what?
gotta
I got to keep down. And and another thing is, me and my wife share accounts, so I got another Hawkeye Watching that money, where that money
Yeah, I
going.
also get the calling.
Yeah,
Babe, what's up? Why did you just take out $100 for?
And you out there on the road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On 700?
And
What was you
then,
doing?
don't have it like where the bank statements come back and it's showing where the money went to.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
say that
no.
again now. Don't have that come back and you know, like you have bank statements together and shows where the money is going to, because some people really be on that. They check Gentlemen's Club. Alan, when you gonna tell me? Oh no, see, man,
Right, yeah,
because
right.
you know, like you don't want to put your boys out there. You ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, yo. But tagging along with what Jimmy said before we go to you, DJ, is you know, creating a budget it's just something that you have to do.
That's right.
It's something that you have to do, or else you'll find yourself like going broke. You start getting loans and stuff next, and all your financial resources are going out the window because you're being like irresponsible with
right.
your budget, and you fall into the temptations that are around you.
Basically, like when you create a budget, what it does is it teaches you discipline, man, and then it teaches you better spending habits.
That's right.
And then also like the less money you spend, the more your other opportunities to grow. Like you could put that money in other accounts, like
There you go.
IRAs and CD accounts and stuff like that, and it'll help you accomplish other goals in mind as well.
That's right.
I like that, man.
So basically, what you want to do is just put yourself on punishment when it comes down to money.
That's right.
Yeah, so fellas, ladies too that are truck drivers, please put yourself on the punishment, because at the end of the day, I swear, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like you don't want to be like me and Bambi the deer got on me. It's not worth it. But let's talk about the next bullet point, man, a shopping list. And this is why this is so important to me, because you can create a shopping list that can help you stop spending money.
That's right.
And that can also help you from falling into basically temptations.
Yeah.
But why would you guys would create a shopping list? And also the fans want to know, has it even worked?
Basically, like what you want to do is just like what it does is just prioritize your needs and your wants.
Right.
So it basically separates the two. So you got to knock out all your needs, and then if you got enough money to buy some of your wants, then you buy some of your wants. But if you don't have enough money to buy your wants, then it knocks that right off the plan.
That's right. For me, you know, when I'm out there on the road, you know, you got to look at the restaurant.
Yep.
How much you spend at the restaurant and how much you spend buying groceries.
Mm-hmm.
And I think kind of nowadays it's starting to be the same.
Man.
It's starting to look like the same. Like
Man.
like I could go
rough.
to the store and spend by almost $100 on probably like 7-8 items.
Man.
And, you know, I go to this restaurant and probably spend the same amount of money.
Yeah.
But in the long run, you know what I'm saying, you got to look at health-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look, you know what I'm saying, what you put in your body is what you get out of it. So, you know what I'm saying, just like you got people that's caught up in porn, you know what I'm saying, they putting something negative in their body, causing a negative reaction within inside themselves when it comes to relationships and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So when you budget your money and you put the right foods in your refrigerator, like what I do, then I make that last longer
There you
versus eating just once in
I like that.
one day.
I like that. You know, like that's why I like to do. Well, and now there's just me meal prepping.
Yes.
I feel like meal prepping is really good because it helps you to create a sound budget for yourself, which is I like to call it the 70-20-10 rule, where I say 70% of my income, like you said, like 20% should be your needs, 10% should be your wants.
That's right.
But even with your wants, you know, you want to stack those up as well, so you have somewhat of financial freedom.
That's right.
But you still got to be careful with the temptations that come with financial freedom. Just because you got it, you don't have to always just do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to still be in a, okay, now let me be smart here, because like you said, something can go wrong with my truck. I need to be able to take care of that,
That's right.
because the kids got to get around. I got responsibilities.
That's right.
So I like that, man.
And you know what? And we got to start teaching our children about budgeting their monies.
Absolutely.
You know, my daughter, I got 6 kids.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, but one of them actually listened to me about money. And pretty much I told her, you save up $1,000, I match you $1,000.
Oh, man. That's a
You know
bet.
what I'm saying? So she saved up that $1,000. Now she know how that feels to
Right.
save to be able to get what she want. And another thing, get your kids a credit card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A bank credit card. You know how hard that is to get?
A bank
Yeah.
credit card,
A
yeah.
bank credit card is hard to get for us to get. You gotta start teaching them while they're young about what's credit. We don't know what's credit. We don't know how to budget. We just know how to spend. And she, at first, when she started working, she was spending. I was like, how you gonna save any money if you're
Right.
blowing all your money on Jordans, clothes?
Yeah.
So-
You know, stuff that don't appreciate value.
That's right. Has no
Which is
value.
like, we all like these things. Like, please don't get me wrong. And it's okay to have those necessities from time to time. But you want to create a budget for yourself, just like my man Jimmy said, like credit. Credit is just as good as having money.
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's actually better than having money, to be honest with
It
you.
really is.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you could do little things to build your credit score up, because you might want to start a business one day. You might want to buy a house.
Yep.
Yep.
You had the equity and the money to be able to do that. And let's talk about considering cash. So with fighting temptations and going through temptations, like you can consider using cash instead of credit cards when it comes to shopping in stores, because it can avoid a lot of scamming like situations.
Absolutely.
But so let's talk about that for a minute, though, DJ.
Yeah, like what cash does is it decreases your debt and it's less traceable. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, way less traceable, meaning like it's no room for people to like hack your account. It ain't no room for people to like get access information from you.
That's right.
And before I shoot the alley hoop to Jimmy, that's why sometimes, like when I shop, I like to have cash, and I don't keep a lot of cash on me though. You know, there's only when I'm about to go do something, I'm gonna go to my bank, take out the money that I need to buy the resources that I need to buy. Because once again, somebody could hack your account. Like remember that happened to me in the gym a long time ago.
Yep.
I left my debit card and my wallet in a locker, and the locker was locked. And not knowing, this is back when the Miami Heat days. This is like we was watching LeBron and D Wade and all them. So we went to the crib and we chilling. And the whole time I'm watching the game, I'm laughing. My card getting swiped like it wasn't nothing. Selling gas with my card. They bought $400 worth of groceries, so I lost almost like $900 something, and I had to file a police report. Then I had to go to the location, so like I had to go to the police district where, like, so I guess where it happened at. I think it was in Brookfield, and they gave me my money back. It took me about 5 or 6 days. So like this back when I was like, oh, this like 2011. So like a brother was a little broke. I was like, hey, let me hold some DJ, so get some money. But
I know you got me.
yeah. And but but I agree with that because it's traceable.
Yeah.
And let's say if I was one stole your card, you think my fingerprints all on you think it ain't gonna get back to me?
Yeah.
That's right.
Dude, it's not worth it. So like. That's why I say like cash really helps, and it helps you to navigate through certain temptations as well. Because you say, nah, you know what, bro? Like I only got $40, and it's all I got.
Right.
Like I can't afford to go out there tonight, even though you probably could.
Yeah.
It's just a way to avoid certain situations. What about you though, Jimmy? Like why is that considering cash is like maybe a little bit better sometimes than keeping the card?
Well, I gotta come from a truck driver point of view. We don't carry cash on us because we risk the highest risk of being robbed.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
You know, we have to. If you go and carry any type of cash, there's two things you could do. You could have a prepaid debit card. You know what I'm saying? Put a little money on there, you know what I'm saying? That way, you don't overspend. And some of us who are disciplined, like myself, I carry my debit card. So let's just say I lose my debit card or something happens, I get turned that debit card off.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
know what I'm
you
saying?
draw an interesting point too. Pre-debit cards. Like I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's up to you to, as far as like a certain amount that you do want to put on there, or like if you ordering something, don't nobody want to get played, but at least you be like, dang, okay, they only got me for $50, versus
That's
they
right.
got your real information in they because
It happens.
it's
happens.
real
Yeah.
out here.
It happens, especially on these social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you buying something offline and
Yeah.
all of a sudden now you see all these inquiries on your card.
And you're like, man,
make
hold on.
sense. Like, man, wait a second, I didn't buy all that.
Yeah.
This
Where-
is
where'd that come
Tell
from?
Cash. Or, like, hold
Yeah.
on, bro. Like, man, where that come from? Like, what I do? What? Yeah, so Jimmy, I agree with you like wholeheartedly, man.
Yeah, so just protect yourself. Check your bank account every day.
Yeah.
Check your bank account every day.
And it's good to have like online banking
Yes.
too. So
Yes.
because you can log on and you
That's
can see
right.
okay and
Yeah.
see where I'm at. So then like you know how to manage your funds a lot better. You might be like, yeah, let me calm down a little bit. I'm going a little too far.
Yep. And
So-
you can download it on your cell phone too.
Yep.
So download it. It doesn't take nothing but 5 seconds. It's gonna read your face, your
Yeah,
face.
exactly, yep.
And bam, it's gonna bring up all that information. You're good to go. 5 seconds. You look real
Boom.
quick, and boom, you're done.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if you want to check it real quick, you just man, you just remember like let's say it'll memorize your email address and your
Yep.
password. It just and like you said, your face is just
Yep.
with the like with the new smartphones.
Or you can lock your card too.
Yeah,
So
you can lock your card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I know we don't have too much time left, so I really want to get to this like last part though. Let's talk about removing temptations. How can you removing temptations help you when you're trying to navigate like far as like spending money or just even navigating in this world in general? We'll start with you, DJ.
Like for me, like it's nothing really wrong with temptation. Like temptation is going to always, like we said before, temptation is always going to be out here, and temptation is going to always exist. Is what you do with the temptation is the sinning part. Like if something looking good to you, you could think like it looks good to you,
That's right.
but
Definitely.
if you don't yield and don't go in that direction, then it's not considered a sin. When people get to that point to where they're going the opposite way, then it becomes a sin.
That's right. That's right.
And you, Jimmy?
So I'm gonna tell you what I fight with. And I'm gonna tell you food.
I hear you.
If somebody put a pineapple upside down cake in front of me,
Oh man, it's over with.
it's over. I'm smashing.
Hey, you know what, like man? I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm smashing. But it's like I say, it's all about self-control. If you can master self-control goes into eating, spending money, taking care of yourself, controlling yourself emotionally.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Self-control plays a big part of your life. And you know what I'm saying? That's where getting into the Word of God helps you with all of that. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to indulge,
Right.
overeat.
Yeah, because they said it's a sin to overeat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? I tell anybody, like, man, when somebody say, when you go to Burger King or your food, man, I go give me a triple cheeseburger with large fry, man, in a large Coke with light ice.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
Hey, which remind me of this cat had the ultimate burger,
Oh yeah.
and he had some large fries. He said, "Give me a Diet Coke." Light on the ice. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Bro, you must just got the Coke, man.
The regular Coke.
You got the Coke.
And see, the Diet Coke is worse than the regular Coke.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nobody don't talk about this stuff.
Because it has the aspartame.
Yes. So we gotta watch how we eat and how we take care of our body, what
Most
we
definitely.
intake, you know what I'm saying, and what we learning. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to start unlearning bad behaviors.
Yeah,
Exactly. And,
absolutely.
And a lot of I want to say even certain temptations is like they're like I would try to avoid is venting on social media.
Yeah.
You know, like you putting everybody in your business.
Yes.
You might want to stop doing that. You might want to stop gossiping. Because, like they say, the dog pick a bone, carry a bone. So what you tell me, don't think you ain't gonna go run and tell the next man, especially if you're dealing with a gossiping person. So watch that. And the ones who talk about everybody, that's when they're talking about you.
Yes.
And, you know, being lazy and, you know, lying and cheating. You know, like them are things that, you know, you most definitely want to avoid. But, wrapping up the Alan and DJ show, we always do the Alan and DJ's final thought. But Jimmy, today we're going to get your final thought. So how can people out there try their best to minimize temptations?
Well, if I had to tell anybody, I'm going to tell you what I do. I don't put myself in that position. I always look out for what could put me in that position to cause me to lose self-control. So if I see, I'm not weak when I see women, but I get weak when I see food.
I like that.
Weak when it comes to women, but when I see food, I get a little weak right there. So the best thing for me to do is say, you know what, I'm not hungry, I'm good, I'm gonna just keep on moving.
Perfect. I love it, man. What about you, DJ?
Basically, just surround yourself with like certain activities, or like even if you got to work a little bit more to like reduce that temptation. Like it's good because people think like just because people think like because you remove that temptation that it's just gonna automatically go away. No, it's gonna always pop up. But like if you could reduce it by doing other activities.
That's right.
Yep.
And Jimmy, where can they find you at on social media or your show?
Oh man, you can find me almost everywhere. No, you can't. You can catch me on wordfallworship0@gmail.com. My cell phone number is 608-628-2977. So you want to text me, say, hey, I want to be on the show. I want to talk to you and rap to you about politics. It don't matter what it is. I could talk about anything.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. And you can find us on the Alan and DJ show at gmail.com. If you have any questions, at alanandDJshow@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube, and you can also find us on our fan page at the Alan and DJ show. And you can also find my personal page, Alan Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook, and William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, don't be like me with Jimmy had to pick me up off the road from them deers because I was getting into some temptation situations, and DJ just always leave me. But I'm like, help me, please. We just want to stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah.